And we're ready to go. So let's come to a comfortable seat. And so Anita's new to my yoga and her daughter. So I need to start with some basics today, which is, I think, helpful for everyone, just to revisit some basic postures. So I begin my classes with alternate nostril breathing to help balance the hemispheres of the brain. And then I like to do a pranayama, a breath practice to ground ourselves in the present moment. I'll do a seated warm-up. We'll come to do some standing postures, and then we come back to seated at the end for a meditation. Seated mountain pose is creating that stability in the body and that groundedness of the mind. So we want our knees over our ankles, feet pressed into the floor. Sitting in a chair, or you can, if you're more comfortable sitting on the floor, you're welcome to sit on the floor. Spine is long. So I emphasize the spine in my classes because the yogis say you're only as old as your spine. We want the spine nice and long. We want the energy to flow freely up the spine. And then a slight tucking in of the chin. So oftentimes when people meditate, they drop their head. But if you think about a garden hose, if you drop your head, you're creating a kink in the flow. So we want that chin in, but not dropped or not hyperextended too far back. And then let's just begin by closing our eyes, or if you're more comfortable, looking at a spot on the floor in front of you. And just notice your breathing. Beginning by tuning into our breath. Keeping the breath long and smooth. Feeling the sensation of the breath at the point of the nostrils. And we're going to start today's class with alternate nostril breathing, beginning with the left nostril. So using your right hand and your right thumb, close off the right nostril. Inhale long and deep through the left. Pause at the top of your inhale. Exhale left. So stay on the left to begin. Nice full long inhale. Full complete exhale. Listening to the sound of the breathing. Left nostril breathing has a calming effect on the nervous system. It taps into the parasympathetic rest and restore part of our nervous system. So if we're ever feeling like we need to calm our system down, left nostril breathing can facilitate that. Left nostril breathing also stimulates the right hemisphere of the brain. Continue breathing long and deep. Stimulates the right hemisphere of the brain, the part of the brain where creativity, intuition. So if you ever just need that stimulation of your intuition or your creativity, you just breathe long and deep through the left nostril. Eyes are soft. Relax the brow. Keep the spine long. Draw the navel. Just gently engage your core. Draw the navel in. But don't hold your breath. On your next inhale, take a long, deep inhale. Pause at the top of your inhale. Use your ring finger on the right hand to close off the left nostril. Exhale long and deep through the right. And continue right nostril breathing. So inhaling long and deep through the right nostril. Exhaling right. Notice where your mind goes. Bring it back to the breath. Eyes are soft, looking down. learning to draw your attention inward, drawing the senses inward, pratyahara, one of the 8 limbs of yoga. So yoga is more than just physical activities, asanas. It involves breath practices, drawing our attention inward, concentration. Right nostril breathing, energizing. So if you ever need a pick-me-up, it activates the sympathetic part of our nervous system, stimulates the left hemisphere of the brain, the part of our brain where logic, reason, planning, those executive functions take place. So if you're needing a pick-me-up, breathe through the right, associated with the sun. Think about the sun and energy. Long, deep inhale, pause at the top of your inhale, exhale completely. Next inhale, take a long, deep inhale, pause at the top of your inhale, bring your hand down, exhale through both nostrils. And just notice the quality of your breathing for a moment. Keeping the breath long and smooth. I like to begin a class series with Durga Pranayama, 3-part breath. This is our pranayama for today. Begin by placing your hands on your abdomen. And as you inhale, feel the belly rise. As you exhale, draw the navel to spine, empty the lungs. Inhale, breath rises. Exhale, navel to spine. Keep the breath smooth. Long, deep breathing also has a calming effect on the nervous system. And oftentimes when we're anxious, we breathe in the upper chest, and that can create anxiety in the system. So learning to train ourselves to participate in a long, deep breath can really help to calm the system. Now place your hands on your ribs, and as you inhale, the belly rises, the ribs expand. Exhale, ribs come in, navel to spine. Full breath in at your pace. Exhale, ribs, navel. Inhale, the belly rises, the ribs expand. Exhale and release. Now place your hands on your chest, and as you inhale, belly rises, ribs expand, chest lifts. Exhale, chest comes in, ribs in, navel to spine. So you feel the expansion and contraction of the chest, the torso, the belly. With each breath, gently place your hands on your thighs, and we're going to try to incorporate that long, deep breathing into the different postures. And I also emphasize in my classes, aligning the breath with the movement. So I cue a lot of breathing in my classes because we breathe unconsciously, and it's good to have that conscious awareness of the breath. The other thing I should mention is only do what feels right for you. So if something doesn't feel good in your body, trust that. What happens in yoga is we do more than what our flexibility or strength allow. And then that can lead to injury. And because of the breath work, remember, like if you feel lightheaded or dizzy, just come to a natural breath. We never want to feel like we're gonna pass out. So just be mindful and be your own best witness, the person who's gonna pay attention to what's happening within you. So we're gonna start our warm up with the neck. Inhale, look up to your ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, full and deep. Exhale, chin to chest. And just notice what you're feeling in your neck, your upper back, your shoulders. We carry a lot of stress and tension in our neck and our shoulders. Use this time to focus your attention on the you within you. This is your time. All the things that you have to do, and wait until the hour is up. Back to center. Lengthen up through the spine. Draw the navel up and in. Heart is lifted. Inhale, turn your head to the left. Exhale, right. Inhaling and exhaling. Continue with a smooth movement, smooth breath. Notice what you're feeling. Where do you hold stress and tension? Use this time to release and let go. Back to center. Drop your chin. Gentle neck circles in one direction. If you've had a neck injury, whiplash, or some other injury, and this does not feel right for you, then continue turning your head from left to right, right to left. Otherwise, just bring your awareness to the neck. Notice what you're feeling in your neck. Pause when you come to the front, go in the opposite direction. Inhale as you drop your head forward. Exhale, back and around. Back to center. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Slowly take your right hand and gently press on your head. Lengthen up through the spine. Now with your left hand, drop your left hand to your side and slowly inhale, fingertips pointed towards the ceiling, pressing away. Feel the sensation in your left wrist, left hand, left fingers. Bring your awareness to your forearm, wherever you're feeling this. If you work on a computer all day, you might be feeling quite a bit. Just be aware, gently press away. Now slowly turn your fingertips down and up, just alternating up and down. Coming back up, rotate the wrist in one direction, then the other. Pause again. Inhale, lift the both arms up overhead. Your head is returned to center. Exhale, sweep away. Left ear to left shoulder. Left hand comes up. Gently holding the top of the head, not strain. Don't ever force a pose. That can cause injury. Right arms, fingertips down to begin, then pressing that wall away. Fingertips coming up towards the ceiling as you press, feeling the sensations in the right hand this time. You're going to feel maybe the hands, the fingers, the forearm. Just feel, notice, pressing away. And alternate fingertips up and down, just feeling your wrist. Relieving the tension that can build up in our wrists, our forearms, our hands. Come back to center, rotate in one direction. Pause, other way. Inhale, both arms up overhead, fingertips pointed towards the ceiling. Turn the palms out. Exhale and release. So I'm working from head down the body. We're going to do our shoulders next. We're going to start with right shoulder rolls forward. So just feel what you're feeling in your right shoulder. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. The tradition that I trained in, radiant body yoga, incorporates a number of different yoga styles to create a full body experience. So some of the things that I do in my class might not be familiar. You might not have seen them in other classes. That's okay. Yoga has really evolved over the years. Pause, other direction. And I know somebody said to me the other day, well, that's not yoga. Well, it depends on where you practice and the style of yoga you practice. And just being aware that we do what feels right for us. And back to center. Other side, so left shoulder rolls. Pause, other way. Pause again, both shoulders, take the elbows out, really open up. Feel what you're feeling in your body. Notice where you hold tension and stress. And breathe. Other way, backward roll. Back to center. Shoulder shrugs, just get rid of the stress. Inhale up, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale. Inhale up, squeeze, exhale. Nice full breath in, full breath out. Now the next time you squeeze up, squeeze your fist, squeeze your whole body. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, cannon breath through the mouth, out. Inhale, lift and squeeze, squeeze the shoulders. Exhale through the mouth. One more time, inhale, squeeze up. Exhale. Take a moment, notice what you're feeling. Eyes soft, looking down. Bring your awareness inward. Learning to tune in and notice. It's a real skill. Now take your feet more than hip width apart. We're going to do what's called waist roll or Sufi grind. But we're going to inhale forward, exhale back and around. Make circles at the waist. Breathing into the lower back and into the hips. Feet pressed into the floor, knees over ankles. Spine is long, chin is in. Notice what you feel. Do you carry stress, tension in your lower back? Breathe into those areas as you inhale forward, exhale back. When you come to the front, pause, go in the opposite direction. Inhale and exhale. Inhale forward, exhale back and around. Breath is smooth. Keeping with that long, deep breath tonight. So just being attentive to your breath. Maybe something that you're not familiar with. Come back to center. Feet a little bit closer together. Now we're going to do seated cat-cow. Cat-cow also works the spine. Inhale, lift the heart forward, shoulder blades together. As you exhale, curl the back, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhaling and opening. Exhale, curl back. Nice, smooth, gentle movement. Inhaling and exhaling. Notice the quality of your breathing as you inhale, open the chest, exhale, curl forward. Smooth. Back to center. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Inhale the arms up overhead. Turn your palms out. Reach behind you in the chair. So reach the chair behind you, the sides of the chair, the seat of the chair. Lift the chest. So this is seated camel pose. Lift, gentle curve of the spine. So what I'm doing in my chair is I'm reaching back and opening and lifting the chest, drawing the navel up and in. So you want to gently create a back bend here to open the chest. And stretch the pectoral muscles, those muscles right here in front. Stretch those. Feel the opening of the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Now take a full breath in. This time, place your fingertips, fingers pointed forward, thumbs behind. Shoulders relaxed, spine is long, chin is in. On your inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, gentle twist to the right. Inhale left, exhale right. Keep the breath smooth. Notice your breathing. Feel the sensations. It's a rotation, so your legs aren't moving. Your legs are firmly planted in your chair. Back to center. Lengthen up through the spine. Draw the navel up and in. Inhale the arms up overhead. Now we're going to transition into a seated twist. Lengthen up through the spine. Chin is in. Slowly turn your torso so the feet don't move. The legs are staying forward and firmly planted. Turn your torso to the left. When you can't rotate anymore, gently let your arms down, right hand over left thigh, left hand behind you. Lengthen up through the spine, looking behind, and breathe. Engage your core, draw the navel up and in. Keep the breath smooth. Staying in the twisted posture, slowly turn your head to the right as your left shoulder draws back. Feeling that lengthening of the spine. On your exhale, turn your head back to the left. Keep the spine long, chin is in. And then on your inhale, reach the arms up overhead, come back to the front. Turn the palms out, exhale. Full breath in, nice smooth breath. Reach up, shoulders down, shoulders relaxed. Turning your torso to the right this time. Exhale the arms down. Your right hand this time is holding the seat or the back of the chair. Your left hand gently resting on your right thigh. Gentle twist. Just notice what you see behind you. Breath is smooth. Staying in the twisted posture on your exhale, turn your head to the left. Lengthen up through the spine. Right shoulder draws back. Just feel that drawing back, that opening. Exhale, turn your head back to the right. Again, just notice what you see in the twisted posture. On your inhale, reach the arms up overhead, come back to the front. Exhale. Side bend seated. So we're just gonna move along from one pose to another with a nice gentle flow. If I'm going too quickly for you, just send me a message after class and we can definitely slow it down. But generally, my classes are fairly soft and slow, but if you need it a bit slower, please let me know. Left hand is down to the side. Right hand, inhale up. When you're at the top, reaching up, then slowly bend to the left. So your right arm reaches up over your head, reaching and bending, looking up past your right armpit. Breathe. Breath stays smooth. Inhale, reach that arm up, exhale it down, other side. So right arm stays down, left arm reaches up. When it's up, then you just bend over to the right. So the left arm up and over. You can look up past your left armpit. The breath is long and smooth. Inhale, reach that arm up, exhale down. Full breath in. We're going to do a forward fold. On the exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. You can stop and rest your arms on your thighs if you wish, or come all the way down. If you've come all the way down, just be mindful of your lower back and your hips. Don't do anything that doesn't feel right. Let your head and neck go. Breathe into your lower back. Breathe into your hips. Just notice how you're feeling. Press your feet into the floor. Engage your core. Inhale, slowly rise up. Full breath in. As you exhale, take your right knee and draw it up towards your chest. Your left foot stays planted on the floor. So if you can't reach the floor with your chair, you can use books or a block to raise your feet up. You don't want your legs dangling. In every yoga posture, we want that sense of groundedness and stability as our starting point. Now slowly take that right leg and bring it up over the left into what's called, we're making a figure four, number 4. Now, if this is difficult, if you have to strain to come up here, cross at the ankles. That's the option so that you don't strain your hip. So if you're here or cross at the ankles, lengthen up through the spine, draw the navel up and in. On the exhale, fold forward. Hinging at the hips, so we want to keep the spine long, the heart open. That will increase the stretch in the right hip. So if you tend to carry a lot of stress and tension in that hip, there's an opportunity here to breathe into that area. So long, full breath into the right hip. Exhale, release, let go, soften. Back of the neck is long. Chin is slightly in, so try not to hyperextend the neck. On the inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, take that right leg back to the chest. Lengthen up through the spine. And then exhale that leg out in front. So we're going to do a hamstring stretch. So left knee over ankle, left foot planted into the floor. Your right toes up towards the ceiling. The heel presses away. So you want that sense of pressing away. The leg is long, so you often have to sit towards the end of the chair to keep that right leg nice and long. Chin is slightly in, heart is lifted. So try not to curl and collapse. Keep everything open, hinging at the hip creases. Exhale, hinge forward. Gently slide that right hand down your right leg. Some of you might be able to grab your right toes. It's not mandatory. See what you need. to feel the stretch, but not strain a stretch. So we never want to strain. Breath is smooth. Inhale, slowly come up. Full breath in, bring that leg in. As you exhale, grab your left knee this time to the chest. Left knee up. Lengthen up through the spine. Feel that engagement. Nice stretch here. Now you can cross at the ankles again if that's felt best for you. Or you can bring the left leg up over the right. Check your right leg. Make sure the knee is over the ankle. Foot is pointed forward. We want to be very attentive to our alignment to make sure everything is in a good position, not to cause injury. Again, chin is slightly in, chest is open. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Gentle folding. It's like your body's a piece of paper and it's folding. Heart stays lifted. Breath is smooth. Full inhale, full complete exhale. Notice what you're feeling on this side. Is it different than the other side? Without judgment, just be aware. And remember that long, deep breath that we started with. So inhale fully. Exhale completely, softening into the pose. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Full breath in. Full breath out. Grab that left knee again. Draw it in. Keep that right foot planted on the floor. Spine is long. Chin is in. As you exhale, extend that left leg out. Toes pointed towards the ceiling. Check your right knee over ankle. Spine is long. Chin is in. On the inhale, you lengthen. On the exhale, you hinge. Coming down, taking that left foot this time. Feeling the stretch, hopefully in the back of the left leg, the left hamstring. Breath is long and smooth. Full inhale, full complete exhale. Inhale, slowly come up, full breath in. Full breath. Good work. Next, we're going to move into a warrior series that I do, normally standing, but tonight we're going to do it seated just to get a familiarity with the postures, and then we'll transition to standing next week. Warrior 2 seated, exalted warrior with extended side angle. So we're going to begin by let's come to the right side of our chair. So just scoot over to the right side. Your right foot, and your right leg is off to the side. Your left leg is in front. So you're creating a 90-degree angle with your legs. Inhale, long and deep. Draw the navel up and in, chin is in. Warrior 2. Inhale, the right arm up. Relax the shoulder. So if your shoulder popped up, drop it down. Right thumb is up. And I invite you to curl your fingertips back towards you. So the idea is that the energy flows out, energy will come back. In this posture, looking out past your right thumb. Now allow your left arm to float behind you. Just letting that arm float. Take a peek to make sure it's parallel. So we want one nice long line. And if this shoulder popped up, which can happen, just allow it to soften back and down. Now looking over your right thumb. Just using this opportunity to build that concentration, that capacity for focus. Breath is long and smooth, so full inhale, full complete exhale. Turning your right palm up towards the ceiling. Inhale up and over, so you're inhaling up over towards the left in what's called exalted warrior, or it's called reverse warrior. Look up past your right armpit. We're opening up the right side body here. So just stand up and over, opening up your right ribs, creating space for the lungs. On your inhale, reach up, bring that right arm onto your right thigh, and then reach up and over into extended side angle. So your head is forward, feet pressed firmly into the floor, draw the navel up and in. Extended side angle. Opening up the left side. Inhale, reach up, exhale down. We're going to switch sides. So coming over to the left this time, scooting to the left side of your chair, right foot is right knee is forward, left is off to the side. Make sure you have enough room here so that you can extend that arm nice and easily. So reaching that left arm up this time, left thumb up towards the ceiling, left fingers curled towards you. If the left shoulder's popped up, bring it back down. Allow the right arm this time to float. If it's popped up, comes back down. Reaching out with the right, lengthening, draw the navel up and in, looking out past your left thumb this time. Building concentration by focusing on your thumb. Looking at your thumbnail, thumb knuckle, just be aware of your thumb. Turning the left palm up towards the ceiling. Inhale up and over into exalted warrior. Opening up again the ribs on the left. Breath is long and smooth. On your inhale, reach that left arm up. Gently place it on your left thigh. Reach up and over with the right. Looking up past your right armpit. Draw your navel up and in. Breath is long and smooth. Stay and breathe. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Good work. So coming back to the front, I use chair pose to come to standing, and we're going to do that today. So chair pose. So feet planted on the floor, knees over ankles, spine is long, chin is in. Inhale the arms up, and then just slowly exhale them out in front of you. For the first one, we'll have our arms out in front. On your inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinging at the hips, just bend forward. Keep the heart lifted, the head looking and facing forward. Breathe. Feet are pressed into the floor. Draw that navel up. Feel the engagement. On your inhale, come up, reach the arms up. Exhale, sweep away. Full breath in. This time we're going to come to standing. So we're going to come into our chair pose, hinging forward, then come off the chair. Hips are back, knees over ankles, arms are long. This is a lot of work. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sweep. So let's come to standing. We're going to do some standing postures next. My chair out of the way. I start my standing postures with mountain pose. Mountain pose is a foundational pose for all standing postures. So we want to have a good foundation. So we have a couple of options. You can have your feet hip width apart, or you can bring the big toes together with a little space with your heels. I like to have my feet a little bit further apart. Gives me a greater sense of stability. Root your feet into the floor. Draw your thighs back. So just feel that engagement of your quadriceps as you lift the navel up and in. So we want to push back as we lift up to lengthen. Heart is lifted, chin is in. And just take a moment here in mountain pose. Feel the engagement of your legs. Feel your feet pressed into the mat. Breath is smooth. Notice if you've released the engagement of the legs, reconnect. Now exhale and relax. The first thing we're going to do is work on the ankles and the calves and the back, the front and the back of the leg. So if your chair doesn't have a back, it might be helpful next time to have a chair with a back. But just see if you can stay in balance. So come into mountain pose, up close enough to your chair that it's available to you if you need it for support. Inhale, come up on your toes. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. So coming up at your pace. Exhale down. Or just notice what you feel in your ankles and in your calves. As you inhale up, exhale down. This time, inhale, up and stay and breathe. Feel the engagement of your quadriceps. Exhale, slowly, slowly come down. Now, facing me, you want the chair beside you. We're going to do a couple of balance poses. So balance is so critical to maintain good balance. So I always have a couple of very dedicated balance poses in my classes. The first one we're going to do is tightrope. So you're going to drop your weight onto your standing leg. That's the leg closest to your chair. The other foot comes in front. So if you can imagine walking a tightrope, feet are pointed forward. So just check your feet. Heart is lifted. Now squeeze the thighs together, draw the navel up and in. Heart is lifted, chin is in. And then inhale your hands, one or both, to your chest. Feel your thumb as they press against the sternum. Squeeze the legs. Notice the micro movements of the body, maintaining your balance. If you come out, come back in. Not a big deal. Bringing a lightness of spirit to your practice, not being harsh or judgmental, just noticing your balance today. It could be different tomorrow. On your exhale, reach your arms out to the side if this feels comfortable for you. If it doesn't, don't do it. Just be aware, keep your hands at your heart. But if you can reach out to the side, and again, just notice the micro movements of the body. And then slowly inhale the arms up overhead. Palms touch. Exhale, draw the hands back to the chest. Exhale, and come out of the pose. We're going to switch sides. So I'm just going to move my chair to the other side. Nice to have the back of the chair handy in case we need it. Drop your weight into your standing leg. Press your foot into the mat. Engage that quadricep. So we want that mountain pose solidity of the leg. Then the other foot comes in front. You can gently rock back and forth just to get a sense of the distribution of weight, and then come to center. Equal weight on both feet. Squeeze the thighs together, draw the navel up and in, heart is lifted. Inhale, hands to heart, one or both, and breathe. Breath is smooth. Eyes focused on a spot on the floor in front of you. You're going to build that concentration, that awareness. Focusing on your breathing. Inhale, the arms out to the side, palms are up, heart is lifted. Slowly bring your palms up overhead, palms touch, and then exhale, hands come down to heart. Breathe. Exhale and release. Shake the arms, shake the legs, and we're going to switch sides again. Our next balance pose is tree pose. Now, when I teach tree pose, I like to keep my toes on the floor. I'm going to just demonstrate here. So drop your weight into your standing leg. Then this knee, bring it forward and then turn it out to the side. And you can let your toes rest on the mat if you wish. If you have really good balance, some of you might, you can put your foot on your calf. If you have the flexibility, you can bring that foot all the way up to your thigh. Place you don't want to put your foot is on your knee. So best never to put your foot on your knee because that can cause pressure, unnecessary pressure on the knee. So for me, I'm just going to keep my toes on the floor. Watch that this hip doesn't jut up. Lift and lengthen up through the spine. Chin is in. When you're ready, inhale, hands to heart, and breathe. Breath is long and smooth. Eyes are soft. Draw your attention inward. Notice what you're feeling. On your inhale, reach your arms up 60 degrees, like 60 degrees for each arm, just reaching up, lengthening. Turn the palms out, exhale. Bring the arms down slowly. Shake the arms, shake the legs, and let's switch sides. Drop your weight into your standing leg. Watch this hip, bring it back in. Then the left leg out to the side. Toes can rest on the floor, calf, or above the knee, depending on your flexibility. Ground through your foot, engage the right quadricep, draw the navel up and in, heart is lifted. Inhale, hands to heart. Feel your thumbs as they press against the sternum. Eyes are soft, looking down. Breath is long and smooth. Just feel the micro movements of the body, holding you in position, keeping you stable. Inhale the arms up to 60. Reaching up, draw the navel up and in, turn the palms out. Exhale and release. Good work. Good to work on our balance every day. Now I'd invite you, put your chair out to the side, and we're going to move into what's called triangle pose, supported with the chair. If you don't need the chair, the chair is always just only optional, but I like the chair because it helps to support us. And we're going to do two versions of triangle pose. The first one, I'd invite you to bring your right foot, the back leg of the chair. We're going to use the upper back of the chair for our bend. And then you can make a T with your feet and then just step back. And what I'd like to see is your front heel aligned with the middle of your back foot. Feet pressed into the mat. Thighs engaged. Draw the navel up and in, heart is lifted. Inhale, let your arms float to the side. If your shoulders popped up, relax the shoulder blades back and down, reaching out with the hands. We're going to hinge at the hips, hinging and reaching towards the seat, upper back of the chair. Let that right hand fall on the back of the chair. Reach up. You're facing forward. So this is a gentle triangle. If you're super flexible and you're familiar with triangle pose, go into the triangle pose that works best for you. Reaching up towards the ceiling. You can't see my hand, but my arm is pointed straight up. The breath is long and smooth. Engage your quadriceps. Now to come out of the pose, bend your front knee. Use your quadricep, your leg, come up. Inhale up, exhale. We're going to stay on the side. This time, we're going to position our foot to the middle of the seat of the chair. And we're going to step back. Front heel aligned with the mid-step of your back foot. Your legs are straight in triangle pose. So if your front knee was bent, make sure you straighten that leg. Engage your quadriceps. Draw the navel up and in. Heart is lifted. Inhale the arms. Float the arms. Reaching out. Now hinge at the hips towards the chair. When you can't hinge anymore, that hand comes down onto the seat of the chair. Your left arm floats up. So we're going a little bit deeper this time. The other option would be to come with your hand on your calf. Some people can come all the way down to the floor. I'm just going to stay here tonight. Just breathe. Keeping the breath long and smooth. Draw the navel up and in. Bend the front knee. Slowly push yourself up. Inhale up. Exhale. Shake and switch. So let's go to the other side. Starting again with the back leg of the chair. So we've got the middle of the chair, front leg, back leg. We want the back leg. Back leg means we don't have to bend down so far. If you find going to the seat challenging, then this is the version for you. So just always allow yourself the options of doing what feels right for you and not pushing and thinking you have to do something that just doesn't work. Inhale the arms out to the side, relax the shoulders, engage your quadriceps, hinge at the hips. Then when you can't hinge anymore, left hand on the upper back of the chair, right arm floats up. Head is forward. Engage your quadriceps, draw the navel up and in, reaching with that top hand. Breath is smooth. Notice how you feel here. Just be aware. If your breath becomes labored, be aware. Try to keep the breath smooth. Bend the front knee. Inhale up. And exhale. Coming to the center of the chair. Foot pressed into the mat. Engage your quadriceps, navel up and in, heart is lifted. Inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale, hinge towards the seat of the chair. Drop that hand down. Inhale, up and over. Reaching up, you're looking forward. Breath is smooth. Keep the chest open. Inhale, bend the front knee. Inhale, come up, reach the arms up. Exhale. This time, inhale up. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Interlace the hands. Draw the fist towards the floor. Heart is lifted. And breathe. Feeling that opening of the chest. Inhale, reach up. Full breath in. Full breath out. Just turn the page here. Take a wider stance. Just going to do a little more around the hips and the waist. Hands on your hips. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Open up. For my new folks, every class is a little bit different. There's some similar poses, but we do different poses, different things to work different parts of the body. Strengthening, building our flexibility. Pause when you come to the front. Go in the opposite direction. Back to center. Inhale, lengthen. Inhale, reach the arms out to the side. Relax the shoulders. So if your shoulders popped out, relax the shoulders. We're going to go into standing half moon pose. Turn your left palm up towards the ceiling as you hinge to the left. As you go to the right, the left palm comes down, right palm comes up. So we're just hinging right and left, inhaling left, exhaling right. Feeling that gentle movement of the hips. Inhale and exhale. Back to center, both palms up. Inhale up. Exhale, sweep away. Excellent work, everyone. Let's come back to seated. And we're going to finish off tonight's class with a meditation and a breath practice. I like to have a little cushion underneath my feet so that I can have that good alignment, that knees over ankles, spine is long, chin is in. Take a moment and just notice how you're feeling. Are there any changes from the beginning of class to now? Now we're going to do a practice that I learned from my teacher that helps us tap into the parasympathetic nervous system. Take your right hand, tuck it under your left armpit. The thumb is forward, fingers underneath the armpit, and then left thumb up, left hand under the right armpit, and then just let everything relax. Relax your breath. Eyes are soft. So this posture, this mudra, invites your nervous system to relax as a calming effect. And just begin to breathe long and deep. Smooth inhale, smooth exhale. Gaze is soft. Looking down past your nose with your eyes either open or closed. So you can close your eyes completely. But your gaze is dropped down. With each breath, inhale fully, exhale, release, relax, let go. Follow the flow of your breath. Open your eyes, come back into the room. Inhale the arms out to the side. Give yourself a hug. Feel that squeeze. Inhale the arms out. Give yourself another hug. And one more for the world. Inhale and exhale. Give the world a hug. Thank you all for coming out tonight and checking out Yoga with Annette. And I'm just going to turn this off here.